A major political and legal development has emerged from Punjab, where Punjab Minister Sanjeev Arora has failed to secure immediate relief from the High Court in a case of connected to his arrest under the stringent provision of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, commonly referred to as the PMLA. The matter came up for an important hearing before the High Court today, where proceeding continued for nearly 45 minutes amid intense legal arguments from both sides. The courtroom witnessed detailed submission by senior lawyer representing the minister as well as responses from the investigating agency, making the hearing one of the most closely watched legal development in Punjab politics in recent days. According to sources familiar with the proceeding, counsels appearing on behalf of Minister Sanjeev Arora strongly challenged the legality of the arrest itself. The defense argued that the procedure adopted during the arrest allegedly failed to satisfy mandatory legal safeguards laid down under criminal and constitutional law. The lawyer reportedly questioned whether proper grounds of arrest were communicated in accordance with legal requirement and whether due process had been followed before taking such a serious steps against a sitting minister. During the hearing, the minister's legal team urged the court to intervene immediately and provide interim protection. The plea sought urgent relief on the ground that procedural lapses in the arrest process could amount to a violation of the minister's legal right. The defense emphasized that arrests under the PMLA carry serious consequences both legally and politically and therefore require strict compliance and procedural safeguards. However, after hearing the extensive argument, the High Court did not grant any interim relief to Sanjeev Arora at this stage. The court reaffirmed from making any immediate observation in favor of the petitioner and instead indicated that the issue raised required deeper legal examination before any protective order can be passed. Legal experts observing that the matter say the court appeared cautious and measured in its approach. Rather than rushing to issue direction, the bench reportedly focused on ensuring that both the petitioner's concern and the stand of the investigative agency were fully heard and placed on record. This suggests that the court may treat the matter as one involving significant legal questions relating to arrest procedure under anti-money laundering laws. The case itself is linked to allegations being investigated under the PMLA framework, one of the India's toughest financial crime law aimed at tackling money laundering and proceeds of crime. Cases under the Act are generally investigated by the Enforcement Directorate, commonly known as the ED, which has wide powers relating to arrest, attachment of assets, and financial investigations. Today's proceedings are being viewed as a temporary setback for Minister Sanjeev Arora because the absence of the interim relief means that the legal challenges to the arrest remains unresolved for now. Politically, the development could intensify pressures on the ruling establishment, especially because the matter concerns a serving minister holding public office. Political circles across Punjab are now closely monitoring the case, with opposition parties expect to sharpen their criticisms and demand greater accountability from the government. At the same time, supporters of the minister insist that the matter is still under judicial consideration and that no final conclusion should be drawn until the court completes its examination of the fact and legal arguments. Observers believe that the case may evolve into a significant legal and political battles in the coming days, particularly because it touches upon large questions surrounding the interpretations of arrest powers under financial crime laws. The High Court's future observation could have implications not only for this particular case, but also for now procedural safeguards under PMLA are viewed in similar matters. Importantly, the High Court has not delivered any final ruling yet. The matter remains pending and further hearings are expected where additional arguments, documents and legal precedents may be presented before the court decide the next course of action. For now, the legal uncertainty continues and all eyes remains on the upcoming proceedings that could determine or whether the investigation moves forward without judicial intervention. This remains a developing story and further updates are expected as the case progresses through the High Court. Stay tuned with us for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe our channel. India is once again feeling the heat of a global war at the fuel station. After more than 4 years of stable fuel prices, petrol, diesel, and CNG rates have gone up sharply across the country. The reason is not just inflation or taxes, it is the ongoing US Israel conflict with Iran and the disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil routes. From Delhi to Mumbai, people are now paying more for every liters of fuel, and experts warn this may only be the beginning if the conflict continues. What has changed? Oil marketing companies or OMCs have increased fuel prices across India. In Delhi, petrol prices have increased by around Rs 3 per litre. Diesel prices have also gone up by around Rs 3 per litre. CNG prices have increased by Rs 2 per kilogram. The increase is even higher in some cities like Kolkata and Mumbai. This is the first major fuel price hike in more than 4 years. Why have prices gone up? The biggest reason is the ongoing conflict involved the United States, Israel, and Iran. Iran is located near the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow sea route through which a large part of the world's crude oil passes every day. For India, this route is extremely important because a major portion of imported crude oil comes through this region. As tensions increased, oil supplies became uncertain. Insurance and transportation costs also went up. This pushed global crude oil prices sharply higher. Before the conflict, India's crude oil basket averaged around $69 per barrel. After the war escalated, prices crossed $100 per barrel and even touched around $120 at one stage. Since India imports nearly 85% of its crude oil requirement, any increase in global oil prices directly affected the country. Pressure on oil companies. India's major fuel retailers, Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum, and Hindustan Petroleum, were absorbing a large part of the rising cost for months. These companies buy crude oil, refine it, and sell petrol and diesel. Reports suggest oil companies were facing possible losses of nearly Rs 1.2 lakh crore in the first quarter of the financial year if prices were not increased. The government had earlier reduced excise duty on petrol and diesel to reduce pressure on oil companies, but with crude prices remaining high, that relief was not enough. Experts say that the current Rs 3 per litre increase may only partly reduce the losses. Some estimates suggest fuel prices may actually need to rise Rs 28 to Rs 33 per litre for oil companies to fully recover cost under pressure global condition. However, such a massive increase is politically difficult. Impact on common people. The immediate impact will be visible in transportation costs, auto fares, cab fares, trucking charges, and delivery costs may increase in the coming days. This can also make vegetables, milk, groceries, and other daily use items more expensive because transportation is linked to almost every sector. Experts warn that the rise further if crude oil prices remain high. Delivery workers, cab drivers, transporters, and middle-class families are expected to feel the maximum burden. India's energy challenge. The current crisis has once again exposed India's dependence on imported oil and politically unstable region. At the same time, experts believe that this may accelerate India's push towards electric vehicles, renewable energy, and alternative fuels. The government has already been promoting solar energy, ethanol blending, and EV adoption. Rising fuel prices may further increase interest in these alternatives. For Indian consumers, this fuel price hike is more than just an increase at petrol pumps. It shows how global conflicts can directly affect everyday life, from household budgets to food prices and transport costs. As long as tensions continue in the Middle East and uncertainty remains around oil supplies, fuel prices are expected to remain under pressure.